guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing Emmett and...
Guess what? Chicken butt.
That's his new joke. Say Harvey's.
Harvey's.
Room makeover.
Harvey's room makeover.
Yay! So we are in the boys' room, you guys. We are going to...
Someone cut that tree off.
They did. But listen, we got to tell them that we are in the boys' room and we are going to be completely transforming this space, right?
Yeah.
What color are we painting the walls?
Black.
That's a bit intense. Not quite black, but still intense. We are doing... Say red.
Red.
Red. I thought for a minute there he was colorblind because he's still learning his colors. It's okay. My older son, Emmett, he wanted red. This guy, God bless him, he only knows the color blue. So we went with Emmett's choice, but we are definitely gonna be having some blue in here because we're gonna be using their area rug as inspiration because it has beautiful maroon and blue tones in it, and we're gonna be playing off of that. But we're gonna go ahead and just get started. We are going to move the furniture away from the wall, clean up the baseboards, and start painting because I just wanna get the paint on the wall, and then I'm gonna talk to you because I don't know if I wanna go all the way up the wall. We are gonna be doing wall molding, but I don't want this to become like a cave. And so I think I'm just gonna go a third of the way up the wall right now for where the chair rail is gonna go, and I might do the top like a creamy color. I'm not quite sure, but I figured we would just start here and see what happens. So let's do it. Thank you.
I got some more water.
Oh.
I got some more water.
Wasn't doing her job. I'm the cleaning lady. I don't know if it's from excitement or exhaustion. I woke up at 3 o'clock to a palmetto bug in my bed. Isn't that lovely? If you know what a palmetto bug, you know that it wasn't lovely at all. Oh, look at this color. I never thought I would have this in my house, but as we all know, never say never. Here goes nothing. So red. Oh, this is so scary. Forgetting how to do anything, I'm so scared. Do it scared, guys. Do it scared. Gonna take some coats. Gonna take some coats. This is insane. Oh wow, look at you go. Look at you go. Crazy. Oh, I don't even know. Good idea. If you guys were following me along on this journey in real time on Instagram, because this was now a couple weeks ago, you'll know the dilemma I'm having with this room. So initially I thought I was just gonna like color drench the whole room, but then for some reason it just felt like that was way too sophisticated for an almost 10-year-old and an almost 3-year-old. And even though Emmett wants red, like that's what he wants, but with all the molding and stuff, it just, I don't know, it just felt a bit too much for me. And obviously I'm still gonna make it classy. I want it to be a room they're gonna grow up in, but I was perusing Pinterest for some like decor ideas, and I came across where someone had done not half the wall, but like a third of the wall. It was blue, but red in our case, and then beige for the top, and it looked really pretty, and they had molding, and it still felt that lightness, but you had like pretty color. To me, it's almost as if you're doing like a wallpaper, you know what I mean? Like I could have done just the molding and then wallpaper. So it looked really pretty, but then I also came across where they did red walls with beige trim, and that looked, it looked old, like a pretty Nancy Meyers feeling, but then it also made it feel like a little bit youthful of like, I don't know, the beige just brought it down a tone as opposed to it being color drenched. So I'm so torn, you guys. Like I need to just know what I'm doing, and I don't know why I don't know what I'm doing. But even just talking it out with you now, I'm kind of like, well, do I still want to keep it the half wall and keep it bright on top? But again, I think because I'm going to have beige curtains, if I do the trim, I don't think I can go wrong is the issue. I think if it was color drenched, it would still be amazing. I think if it was beige trim, it'd be amazing. And if it was half and third and 2/3, it would still be amazing. I think that's my issue, is I think it looks good all 3 ways. And I just need to pick one. Why is this so hard? Why is this so hard? I'm normally like, yeah, let's go, decision made. I think the dining room threw me off, you guys. Honestly, I think I'm still kind of recovering from like that whole thing. But I do love it a lot more now that we've added the curtains and the film over that one window. It actually, I don't know, it just makes me feel even so much better. So I just need to trust myself. We all doubt ourselves every now and then, but we need to trust our gut. But my gut right now is telling me that all 3 ways look great. I do not envy the person who decides to paint this room white after me. Harvey, will you finish the rest for me, please?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do the rest?
This?
Yeah. Can you finish it? Can you finish it?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Y'all, you know something's wrong if I got my Southern voice on. So this wall has 2 coats. That wall has 3 coats. It's patchy. So we are going on to our 4th coat. I was gonna do this, but that would be 8. 4th coat of paint on these walls. And I am a little bit terrified. Literally? You'd think I'd be a professional at this by now. I am terrified because this is taking so much time. So much time. And I'm terrified that this 4th coat is not going to be final because I need to move along, guys. We have things to do, including I have a life and a family outside of these walls. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. So if I were to start all over again, I would definitely use a tinted primer. That being said, I've talked to multiple people who say use a tinted primer, but it still takes so many coats. Apparently red is just an insane color to paint. I've painted dark colors. I have used a almost black. I have used a dark blue. Both times I only needed 2 coats. And I did not choose the cheapest paint. I chose, like, you know how they have like 6 now? I probably chose number 4. So I splurged a little bit. And this is insane. It's insane. So we're taking a moment to regroup and we're gonna go ahead and paint the 4th, and I wanna say final coat, but you never know. Because I thought 3rd was final. And 3rd looks like a 2nd coat. But the 2nd looked like a 2nd coat. So I don't know what the heck is going on. But anyways, we're moving right along. And then I also got paint for the trim. So I ended up, I don't know if I told you guys, I ended up choosing, thank God I didn't want to color drench this room because I would have lost my mind by now. Okay, can you tell? You're like, you probably already did. Anyway, so I'm gonna do beige trim, and I feel like that will just help keep it light and cozy and like Nancy Meyers feeling. We're staying positive, you guys. Okay, let's just keep going because this is wild. 4th coat. Never thought I'd say that ever, and I will never again. Never. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna do another coat because I have no other choice, but I will never be doing this ever again. I am saying never. Okay, the painting is mostly done. If the wall looks splotchy behind you, it's a lot less splotchy in person. Honestly, you guys, it probably needs like 6 coats. So we're just gonna go ahead and put the molding on, and then I'll paint more as I paint the molding and paint around the wall. Put lots of pictures up. The more that I've talked to people, you guys, for those of you who watch this video and still want to do red, first of all, maybe talk to someone, maybe like a therapist. But also, you need to use a gray-based primer is what I've heard. But even people I've talked to, they said, yes, that helps, but it's still multiple coats. Someone else said that red paint is more like a stain. And so you're supposed to paint it, wait a couple days, paint it, like, who's got time for that? I don't have time for that. This is where my boys sleep. Anyways. And so all that being said, do a gray-based primer if you want to do it. Get a really good high-quality paint. I truthfully prefer Benjamin more, but it can be pricey. However, with the cost that I've now spent on 3 gallons of paint, and I might need another one, Benjamin Moore, I probably could have got away with 2 gallons. And so, I mean, I can't say for sure. It still might, you know, have bleed through. It's just wild. It's just wild. It's the weirdest thing ever. And everybody has said it. They're like, it took me 10 coats. It took me 9 coats. Someone said it took her 4. She probably could use 5, which is where I'm at right now. So anyways, all that being said, if you want red paint, pick a different color. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and with the molding. So this is basically going to be a mimic of downstairs in the landing. A lot of you have asked me before how I kind of figure out my whole home theme and tie it all together. One way is through color. You guys know I have a lot of blue in my house and kind of along the same lines of blue. And another way is through molding. So we have beadboard all throughout the home, and that was already here. I'm adding molding into every single room. And so I picked something a little bit more ornate. It has a little bit more character than the downstairs living room, but this room mimics that room. It's another dark, rich color. And ignore the patches, just ignore them. They are not as bad in person. And so I'm gonna do the chair rail height like I did down there, and then we're gonna do boxes below and above. Big ones, because it's a big room and it can handle it, and I just prefer that look anyways. I am gonna go a little bit chunkier in here with the molding boxes than I did downstairs. Just again, this room is very manly and sophisticated and it can handle it. So I went ahead and cut all the boards, and I want to remind you, because I didn't remember to like cut every single one of my pieces. So when you're cutting molding, instead of cutting it laying flat down like you would a piece of wood, you actually stand it up and then you do your 45-degree cuts. So that way you get this nice little piece where the 2 pieces can slide in together for the corners. It's been a morning, you guys. It's been a morning. I am leaving for Canada in 2 days. And the painting took a lot longer than it should have. And the molding took an hour longer than it should have, which isn't that bad. I was able to cut pieces down and move things around, and again doing that trick where some of the molding is going to be hidden by curtains, so if it has to meet, so be it. So anyways, let's go ahead and hang this on the wall, and then we're gonna do all the boxes, and hopefully I can get this done today. You guys know it's not gonna happen, but hopefully. So I have all my pieces cut out, and I'm going to use a 4-inch block so that way I know how big my spacing is on each side of the wall. That sound good? Okay. Good job, guys. I'm gonna go on lunch, okay? I'm gonna take my lunch break. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Keep at it. You get 10 cents every hour.
How much money am I gonna make?
10 cents.
No, I'm not.
So I started painting the wood, you can see, and it's very, very red. And now I'm wondering, should I be painting it gray first? The only gray paint I have, pretty sure it's a semi-gloss. Look how red that is. I do not want to do 5 coats on the trim. First reaction is slightly less streaky, so maybe it saved me a coat. We'll see in the end how many it actually saves me. But I'll take a coat saved. So we just got back from Canada and I just painted a 3rd coat of paint on the trim, although it looks like the first. But we ran out of wood, so I'm gonna go ahead and add wood to this wall. So let's do that now. If only it was that easy. It's day 579 of painting the room red. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be in here doing this, but there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. And so I just need you guys. I need you guys to go and tell my family that I love them and that I'm hungry and that I think the fumes are getting to me. I'm okay, guys. I'm okay, bye. Just coat 4 of the trim. That's all it is, just coat 4, in case you're wondering. Painting 4 coats of all the trim. This thing works really well though, I'll have it linked down below. Now I'm gonna go thrifting. You guys, this is it for the video. I am so happy that the painting is done, you guys. And now we get to move on to even more difficult projects of sanding and staining beds and furniture pieces. But alas, at least I will not be trapped in this room painting and painting. That was ridiculous. It was 5 coats, and I can do this because it was 5 coats on the wall and 5 coats on the trim. Insanity. I've already said it multiple times in the video, but use a medium gray, maybe even black tinted primer under red, especially if you're using like this beautiful cranberry color. Like it almost has like a brown tone to it. It's really, really beautiful. I love the color. Everyone said that. They're like, don't give up. You're going to love the color. And I love it. But to me, it's not worth it. Like I can love blue. I can love green. I can love yellow. Like I do not need to love red. But anyways, it's done. Can you tell I need a nap? Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you aren't already so you can see the finished room, which will probably be taking a couple more weeks because like I said, there's still some things to do. And you guys have already might have seen some of this because I also post this in, it's an Instagram challenge that I'm doing for this room. And so I'm kind of sharing some of it beforehand, which is unusual for me. Normally I like to give you guys the first dibs to the content and then I make reels from it after. But because of the way that it's working out, if you're watching on my shorts, you've already seen some of these things. And can you see my eyeballs this entire time like darting around the room being like, is that a shadow? Or is that a patch? Is that a shadow? Or is that a patch? Anyways, it looks good, you guys. Okay, thank you again, and I will see you next Sunday at 2 p.m. Oh, also I just went to the largest thrift store. I actually did go to the thrift store, like I said. And I found some beautiful decor pieces for the space, as well as some other things you're gonna see. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, bye guys. It's done, it's done. I had to chuck you in the garbage can.